In the next part of our Microsoft Teams Better Practice Learning menu, we're going to have a look at channels in Teams, which is a way to organize the content and learning in your team to better help students to locate items. So when we're taking a pedagogy first approach to technology, it's really important to consider the different ways we might interact with students and how we might use something like channels to be able to make that work best for us. So you can see in my demo team here, I've got a number of channels set up. So you can see I've got a couple for English and literacy and mathematics. And I've also got a few others as well around, a wonder wall and some homework. So basically, we also have a general channel. So every team by default, so your demo team that you have just created will have a general channel. Now you can see in there that you obviously have got a space where you can post in that channel. There's also an option to add tabs along the top. So you can see that I've added a tab to typing tournament. So if you've got a PDF or a website or something that you want students to be able to get to quickly and easily, that's a way where you can actually add those elements and they can just go to Teams and quickly navigate to wherever it is they need to go. The other thing that you'll find in all of your channels is this shared tab. Now, it used to be called files. Basically, it's a way that you can share documents with your students. Now, you'll notice that in the general channel within shared, this is the only place where this class materials file appears. Now, anything you put in class materials is read only for students, so they can't edit it. Now, that only exists in the general channel, and so it's really important to be aware that any files you place in any other space in Teams, in one of those shared sections other than in class materials, will be editable by students. So you just need to be careful of and being really aware of that. So in order to create new channels, it's really very simple. You go up to the three dots next to the name of your team and you click on Add Channel. It is a case of just adding a name. You can add a description if you want to. Then you need to choose what channel type you would like. So you can see that they're standard or private. You can see in my channels that I've got over here, most of mine are standard because I want everyone to be able to access it. I've just got this one private channel, which is for planning and resources. So if I'm doing a private channel, I'm going to specify people who have access to it. You can also do that for teamwork with your students. So you might have certain students be able to be in teams, or perhaps you've got a channel for particular students as well. If we're making it standard, we've got to need to click on this recommend that people show it in their channel list. It just sort of helps, doesn't really hide things. So that's how we create a channel. You can also add emojis to your channel names, and it's a good idea to number them. So just pop a number at the beginning, and that just makes sure that you can control the order that they appear in as well. So that's the way to add new channels. In terms of controlling who can post on different channels, in your general channel, if you click on those three little dots and go manage, you can choose on that one who can post. So you can say only owners can post on the general channel. In all of your other channels, you can actually set up what they call a moderator. So if I go manage channel, you've got channel moderation. I can turn that on. This allows me to control who is able to start new posts. Now I've got my Wonderwall channel down here, and what I might want to actually do is cycle through and have as one of my class jobs a weekly moderator for our Wonderwall. And so only that person or those people are allowed to start conversations in that space, but anyone can respond to them. So it's a really handy way just to manage kind of clutter in your channels and just think about how you're going to do a little bit of organizing there. Likewise, you might want your Wonderwall to be the only the only space where students can actually post a starter post, because that's the space that you've determined that they'll be able to do that. Whereas all of your other channels, you might have it so they can't actually start a post. They can just reply to those posts that already exist, which is a great way potentially taking that pedagogy first approach to get them to respond to a prompt or whatever it might be. um, in terms of creating posts, there's a couple of ways you can do that. So you can see in my English and literacy channel here, I've got just a standard post, whereas in my general channel, I've got this one that is called an announcement. So if I want to make an announcement, or a post for that matter, I just go new post. I can make a subject. I can type in some text. I can, add GIFs and things to it. I can change highlighting and those kind of things. If I want to make it into an announcement to kind of just highlight it for students, I click on the little announcement icon, and then I can choose a color scheme, or I can even upload a photo. It just kind of highlights it a little bit for students so they realize that this is something that is quite important. So again, from a pedagogy first approach, channels just give us better ways to organise our content to make it a little bit easier for students to engage with and find what they're looking for within Teams.